if you're married and your husband does not make you squirt, then he's not the one for you.
Do all women squirt?
Hi, welcome to another episode of KindGirlsTalk. So today, again, I brought my lovely friend Keelan here again to share her experiences and release her inner thoughts with me today. And Keelan, so I get a lot of statements from other women that are not married. Me and you both are married. And they always say, you're so lucky to have a supportive partner. All the time.
You should be grateful.
You should be grateful.
You should be more thankful.
You should be thankful. All these comments that they have, and I'm just looking like, girl, you had the same opportunity to find exactly what I got. You just didn't pay attention to those flags.
Exactly.
To stay away from.
They pay attention to them, but just think they're going to change.
They're going to change that man. You're going to change your partner.
Yep.
And you're not going to change your partner. You just have to sit here and take what you got and lay these goals and these standards that you have for yourself and expect those things.
Yeah.
Expect how you're going to be treated. Expect that, hey, you better text me back. Expect giving me nice, beautiful things. Expect it all.
Absolutely.
Because you definitely deserve it.
Absolutely.
You deserve it. And if you think you're deserving something, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Easy. So let's go through these red flags and tell these heifers what you need to look for to get you a man. Consistency. Oh wait, no. We're looking for red flags, not green flags.
Not green flags.
Not green flags. Red flags. Okay.
Red flag. My biggest one.
Okay.
If that man is beating your ass,
beating you,
and you still gave him a baby and married him.
You know how many
it's
times
just gonna get worse whenever you
know how
get
many
married.
you know how many times women think that babies are going to change the situation that you're in. Like, oh, he's going to just wake up and be the perfect man that he's supposed to be because I brought little Buquasia into the scenario.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Nothing is going to change.
Nothing.
It's
Another
not.
thing, and I think this is one of the biggest things, cheating. If that man has other women and you think that's about to change whenever y'all get married or have a baby,
honey, it's gonna get 10 times worse.
10 times worse.
10 times worse. If he's cheating on you back to back, and I promise you I'm not gonna do it again. Marry me. Please, let's me and you get married because I apologize.
The only way it's gonna get better is if we get married or you move in.
Girl, all because you in the house for the action. You think you in that? He's still gonna do the same things. You just in the other room. He in the other room texting such and such.
Yes. Another one. If he's ghosting you.
Ghosting. Oh, that's a really good one.
And then comes back with, baby, it was nothing. I just had stuff to do and completely
I've been
lies.
so busy. You know, work was a struggle for me, and I was working all day. No. Work's not that important. When it comes to you and work, who should be the most important?
You, baby.
Not that work. Fuck that work.
You. Well, I wouldn't say all that.
Well,
you still gotta come back and give me some money.
Get them coins first. But still, like, for real though, like, consistency and not ghosting you, that's important. Like, you have to sit there.
Another thing that women have to also look for, if that man is supporting you whenever something happens, let's say you got into a car accident.
He's there.
And, you can't go to work, you need help taking care of yourself, and he's consistently there, those are green flags.
Yes. You know, another thing is, I'm a hairstylist, so I have plenty of clients, okay? They all say the same thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm about to put y'all on game right now. They're like, oh, he's a little bit too clingy. He's always there. Baby, those are green flags because
absolutely,
as time goes, that clinginess is gonna take a couple of steps back. It's going to back up a little bit. And you have to understand that, okay, well, he's doing these things because he's showing that he's interested.
But you know what? A lot of women feel like those type men are corny.
But no, baby, they're the winners.
Are really the best.
Those are the ones.
Those are the ones that
you see Sierra. She had to go out there and get her a Russell. Now bitch is asking like, what did she pray for? No, it's what she looked for. The consistency in that man.
So in regards to physically and attractive, you could really change that man. I mean, you see Russell before Sierra.
Oh my gosh, yes, honey, I did. I saw him completely different woman, and you know, he got this gorgeous woman that's like rocking his world, making him go crazy.
Keep having babies with
Keep
that man.
popping them babies out. That's how you gotta do it. And then she stays sexy with it.
Absolutely.
Stay sexy with it.
Absolutely.
And she's enjoying herself.
That man is taking care of her financially, absolutely giving her all the love.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting over here. I'm like her too. You know, because I knew exactly what we wanted.
Exactly what green flags did you look for whenever you chose your husband?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the most important part. Okay, I looked to my husband. He had all the three things that I wanted. He had the looks for once. I was physically attracted to him. Eye pleasing. Everything was perfect. Second thing that I looked for, ambitious. He had so much ambition. I loved it. It was like a go-getter, and he had ambition for me too. Not only work, for me as well. And then the third was consistency. So if a woman goes out there and they find, hey, this guy looks good, or if they don't even have the good looks and they have the ambition and then they have the consistency, honey, that's all you need in the spiel for a man. And then hold up, with a little bit of kindness. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be kind
to you. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a perfect man.
Yeah.
And those are the key qualities that women need to look for. And let me put y'all on game again. When you find you an ambitious man, it links up with a man with money. So you're gonna have you a beautiful life because he has expectations on what he's gonna give you.
Yeah.
What he's gonna do for you.
I agree. You know, my father's my best friend.
Yes, same here.
So with always talking to my father, he's always telling me, look for a man that will figure it out.
Yes.
Figure it out no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm in a situation where with my marriage, I have no bills.
Yeah.
I don't pay any bills.
Yep.
Never have.
Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. How did you do that?
But that was a very early on conversation.
Yeah.
He's always told me, if something happens to me or anything, I want you to save all your money.
Yeah.
Don't pay any bills because I want you to be able to always take care of yourself if something happens to me.
Facts.
And those are conversations that you need to have. Those are green flags.
Yeah, you're right. Because my man, he always tell me, what's mine is yours and what's yours is yours.
Absolutely. So what other things do you think that you can say to people who, or women who think that we're lucky? Like what other signs? Because a lot of times, you know, if I leave my children with him and I go out to the club, oh, you're so lucky. You can leave your kids and he just babysits them. He's not a babysitter.
He's not. Don't get me started.
Those are those man's kids as well.
Those are his damn kids. Don't tell me my man is just babysitting. I hear that shit all the time. And then people are like, oh, why do you leave them with him? Because he's their daddy.
Exactly.
Why would I not leave them with their daddy? Why would I not? If you feel that you can't leave your kids with their dad, that's another what type of flag? A red flag. That is a red flag. You didn't catch a good catch, baby.
Every woman knows what kind of man they got.
Yes.
They know.
They definitely do.
So if you think you're gonna change them,
nope.
You're not.
You're not. You're not. You better go out there and, you know,
try again, go on to the next.
I wouldn't say try again because, baby, why would you go out there and break your whole entire family up when, first off, you already knew what you had? Mm-hmm. So if you know what you had, why would you break your family up and take those kids and have them deal with the fact that you made a shitty decision?
I disagree with that.
Tell me why.
I disagree. Because you messed up the first time.
Okay.
Right? And I think that you, for the most part, most of them are more mature to know what they did wrong.
Yes, some.
Exactly.
Not
you
all.
just referenced Sierra and Russell.
Okay.
That bitch had a baby with Future. She knew that man wasn't.
She did. He had a couple already.
So what did she do?
She thought she
tried
was gonna
again.
Okay. And she tried right.
And she tried right.
But how many women you think are going to actually do that? They sit and ponder and wait and take. What would you say to that woman?
It does have to be a strong-minded woman.
It has to be a strong-minded woman.
Because, yes, you also
and then they'll sit there and they'll dwell and they'll blame. They'll play the blame card.
And everything is the man's fault.
It's his
when
fault.
The man actually showed you.
You already knew all this
beginning.
shit. You knew it all, but you sat there and decided to stay with this man.
Absolutely.
So what would you say to that woman what kind of words would you tell her to get her ass up and go? Or would you really want her to get up and go?
I would say get up and go. I would say get up and go. Either do it by yourself or you try it with somebody that's right.
Okay.
Because with you staying with a man that's complete red flags, you're also putting that into your children.
You're right.
And if you can change something, maybe you've already made that bad decision, but don't allow your children to see those bad decisions.
Okay. That's a perfect way to say it. You got a daughter.
Absolutely.
What are you going to tell her to look for in a man?
Like my father told me, look for a man who is hardworking. A man who focuses on his family as his family's priority.
When I was a little girl, my dad used to take me to the grocery store with him, and we would pick out fruit. He always told me, hey, if you can pick out you a good fruit, you're going to be able to pick you out a good man. And he would check all the fruits and say, hey, well, this one's a little bit too soft. This one right here is about to rot. And he would tell me like, hey, your fruit is just like your man, because it has to grow. It has to be able to fulfill your bellies and make you feel good. It has to be beneficial for you.
So what would you tell your daughters?
I have 3 daughters and 1 son, right? I'm going to tell my son to look for a woman that will follow you.
Absolutely.
A woman that loves you more than you love her. Here it goes. This is crazy, right? Look for that woman and you will be the happiest. Let her choose you. Let her sit here and just pour it all into you. And for my daughters, I would tell them to look for a man that's going to love you more than you love him. I'm going to tell them both the opposite. And I think that they will be happy.
But what if they say they choose the red flag?
If they choose a red flag, then baby, I'm gonna have to be right there and guide them through it. That's it. Cause like, what else? What else am I gonna do? Damn, you did not listen to your mama. Damn, you did not listen to your daddy. I'm gonna be there with you every step of the way to help you through it, but, whew, baby.
Because you always got that one.
You always got that
just does not
one
listen.
kid that just likes to poke you, that just want to I would be that kid. I am that kid, but look, I've managed to have me a nice, beautiful family, a nice husband, all that stuff. But a lot of people wouldn't agree with the things that I do because I'm a very outspoken, fun, I am that fun wife.
And it trickles down to your daughters.
And it trickles down, yeah. I'm that fun wife, but I'm about experiences, and keeping it real. And sometimes keeping it real can go wrong. And that's why, here on Kind Girls, we're going to unleash those inner thoughts.
But I also think that when you're keeping it real, you also have to be able to take it. Because just how you are opinionated, others might be opinionated. You have to learn how to be.
You have to be able to accept them. So I do. It might take a little minute for me to accept it, but I'm going to accept it.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, okay, well.
The biggest takeaway is somebody that makes you feel safe.
Oh yeah,
That's the most important thing.
That is very important, to feel
makes
safe.
you feel safe. If they do not make you feel safe, that's probably not the person for you.
So I had someone tell me, hey, you know what? If your man, your husband, if you're married and your husband does not make you squirt, then he's not the one for you.
Do all women squirt?
From my understanding, I feel like squirting is pee-pee, to be honest. We ain't gonna go there. Well, no, we are gonna go there,
but
because
here on
Kind Girls, I do think it's pee. But another thing is, there is a certain thing for women that's called ejaculation. And that right there is the hardest thing for women to do. That right there is something serious. Like that right there is a proper orgasm. Y'all out here talking about squirting. It's not squirting, baby.
Want to have pee all on the bed, though, all that wetness on the bed like that.
I personally think that when they do have an orgasm, they just say they have an orgasm, they accidentally pee. And they're like, oh, I just squirted. No, baby, you had an orgasm, you couldn't control yourself, and you peed. That's what happened.
Oh.
You just had a mild orgasm that caused you to pee. But hey, who am I to tell? The reason why I brought that up was because, like, you can't listen to people like that. People will put that into the head and think, well, you know what? Maybe this isn't my significant other because this is something that I can't do. For one, all women do not. They don't have squirt. They don't squirt. And then orgasms come in so many different levels. So don't get so like compacted and think that, hey, my husband isn't doing this, so it's something out there that is better.
Well, that also goes to the penis size.
Oh, I mean, I'm not experienced like that, so I wouldn't know.
You know, I actually had a friend. She's been single for a very long time.
Yes.
She's been out there. There was one at least, I don't know, that thing had to be at least 12 inches, she said. She said that thing was painful.
Yeah, I call
no
those,
pleasure.
I call those hysterectomy dicks. It's so big it beats your vagina out. It beats the whole thing out. You gotta get a hysterectomy. Because it's, you know, and that's the thing too. You don't want to have it too big because it will ruin you.
But that goes back to the conversation where, because a lot of women tend to put negative things into other women's head. I guess my point is that you can't listen
to so many different
people, because for one, not a lot of marriages are happy.
They're not. But another thing is, when it comes down to marriages, you have to remember to stay dating. A lot of people don't date while they're married. They're like, oh, well, I got married, now I have to have kids, and let's focus on our careers and, you know, forget about each other. But you have to continue to date. You have to continue to have fun. You have to continue to have that wild, free spirit.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of car sex.
Oh my gosh. One thing about it is, though, like you said, when it comes down to any type of situation with your spouse, with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, anybody, don't listen to what other people are saying.
You know what you have.
You know what you have, and you have to take good information.
Mm-hmm. Don't take advice from someone doing a whole lot worse than you.
See,
because that happens.
I beg to differ. Like, because one thing about it, a person that has went through things and I see that their lifestyle did not work, oh no, I'm definitely going to use that. I'm going to use it on what not to do. I'm not about to sit here and not learn something from you. I'm going to learn from you. I'm going to learn everything that you did that didn't work, and I'm not going to go through that. You don't have to go through it when you see it.
So learning from other people's mistakes.
Learning from other people's mistakes is important. Like, some people don't do that. They sit there and say, okay, well, oh, that happened to them, I can do the same thing and it won't happen to me. You just stay in your lane with your relationship. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And when you see somebody out there that has a good supportive partner, value it and look at it and say, hey, well, what signs did they pay attention to? Don't sit here and just be like, oh, you're so lucky, because you can have anything you want. You can get anybody to do anything you want them to do. Ciao.
Seriously, we all go through the same breakups. We all go through the same situations with pregnancy. We do. We all face the same challenges.
Yeah.
And so why not instead support each other?
Let's talk about it. And that's why we're bringing you Kind Girls Talk, because we're going to talk about all those topics where, you know, it's going to be juicy and it's going to be hard, those hard topics, but we're going to bring it to you. And if you want to have a discussion, write it in the comments below. Let's talk about those situations, anything you're going through, let's hear it. So when it comes down to it, having a supportive partner. Remember, ladies, go out there and look for that man that is, or woman, you know, they're ambitious kind, look good, and that's about it.
Consistent.
Consistency.
That's the word that I was looking for.
You have to have consistency.
And next time you see a married woman with a supportive partner, don't tell them they're lucky or grateful.
Do not tell them they're lucky, because baby, you can have the same thing. That is the lesson learned today. Stop telling people that they're lucky
Yes.
when you can have the same thing too. You had a bad choice. But again, let's try it again. Pick it up, try it again. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in with us at Kind Girls Talk. Make sure you subscribe to our channel below.